Time.
And today we honor our veterans as we celebrate Veterans Day. Why the Utah Hockey Club, along with multiple law enforcement agencies, are marking the day with push-ups.
KSL News at noon starts now.
Hey everybody, welcome in. Good afternoon. Dan Spindle, Sheriff Park here at KSL. Today is a day that we honor and say thank you to those who have served or who are actively serving in the armed forces.
November 11th is Veterans Day, which is also the anniversary of the end of World War I more than a century ago. The holiday is different than Memorial Day, which honors those who have died while serving in the military. Utah Governor Spencer Cox says the Beehive State is home to over 130,000 veterans, and we should take the time to pause to honor their sacrifice and courage.
To Utah's veterans, thank you for defending our freedoms. May God bless you, the great state of Utah, and the United States of America.
Today, multiple law enforcement members and veterans hit the floor with the Utah Hockey Club, putting their arms and their chest to the test.
News specialist Kara Brecken joins us live outside of the Utah Olympic Oval in Kearns with more on that. Kara?
Hey, Dan, Cheryl, we watched everyone as they were in sync, getting those push-ups in there on the ground. They were right here at the Olympic Oval. That's where the Utah Hockey Club, where they practice, they train, showing that support for one another.
Down! Down!
We were in sync quite a bit.
Clearfield Chief of Police Kelly Bennett hit the floor to put in push-ups this morning.
In Clearfield City, we consider ourselves the military city of Utah with Hill Air Force Base, and we show our appreciation each month by wearing our military badges in November and in May to support the military and the veterans.
He is one of the many local and federal law enforcement agencies who showed up alongside the Utah Hockey Club and supported the 22 and 22 Challenge, an event that raises awareness surrounding the military suicide crisis.
The number may be dated, but 22 veterans every day commit suicide, and I do 22 for 22 and finish on Veterans Day.
It's Naomi Keller you're hearing counting out those push-ups. Working in law enforcement within Salt Lake City, she says it's an honor to work alongside law enforcement officers, veterans, and the community who may face these challenges. Teaming up with Utah Hockey Club to spread this message of support even better.
Everybody's a human being, and we all face our own struggles. Some of us do it internally, and some of us are comfortable talking about it with the world. And we're hoping to destigmatize talking about mental health and wellness, and it's okay not to be okay. If somebody's not okay, just ask them. Asking them if they're considering suicide is not going to make them commit suicide. It gives them the okay that it's all right to talk.
Now, you may have seen a puppy that was running around while everyone was doing those push-ups. That dog's name is Archie, and he, through the Utah Hockey Club, will be going to a veteran in the coming year once he's all trained, bringing that support and that service full circle. For now, the reporting, I'm Kara Bracken. Back to you.
Oh, that's really great that they will be doing that and donating that animal.
Yeah.
All right, Kara,
story.
thank you. Well, President Biden and Vice President Harris. Chances are you've seen more than a few cars and trucks on Utah's roads with Montana license plates.
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Yeah, some of them are owned by Utahns believing that they've found a loophole that saves them thousands of dollars in taxes. We've heard of this, but it's not only happening on Utah's roadways.
Utah's Division of Outdoor Recreation estimates 10% of boats on Utah's waterways are licensed out of state, chiefly Montana. They say it cheats Utah out of a lot of money that could be funding recreation resources, plus search and rescue efforts.
That is using our great facilities, our roadways, our infrastructure, and not basically paying their way for that.
Okay, tonight KSL's Matt Gephardt looks into the consequences of boaters registering their rides out of state. That is tonight at 10.
Passengers flying Delta through Salt Lake International.
Wow. Today can be a busy one for our veterans, and that's why one local business is offering its free services later this week. News specialist Shara Park joins us live in Midvale to explain. Hi, Shara.
Hi, Deanie. Yeah, with all the Veterans Day ceremonies taking place today, all the free services being offered to veterans, well, the owners and the barbers here at the Fellows Barber Shop, they wanted to provide veterans with a second day this week to feel appreciated.
I was in the Army for 6 years.
At the Fellas Barbershop in Midvale,
I made a lot of good memories. I made a lot of good friends.
Veterans Day holds special meeting for Nicholas Allen.
Appreciate you for doing that, by the way.
Allen served in the Utah Army National Guard's 118th Sapper Company before reclassifying with the Triple Deuce.
Those good memories and friends, they came with the sacrifice.
The sacrifice of our service members has many businesses offering free services on this Veterans Day. It's that very reason Allen and his fellow barbers have decided to offer their services on Wednesday.
We wanted to ensure that you had the opportunity to let us help you out as well instead of just getting crammed throughout the day and having to choose.
As a veteran himself, Allen looks forward to serving other vets and hearing their stories. He says putting his barber skills to work for them is his way of saying thank you.
America is built on the foundation of working together and giving back to each other. So I feel like it's vitally important for us at the Fellas Barbershop to show you that we appreciate you and give back to you.
And the Fellas Barbershop has 10 locations along the Wasatch Front. If you're a vet and you want to make that appointment, you can do that online or give them a call at any of their locations and let them know that you'd like to come in for a haircut on Wednesday. Just bring your ID that indicates that you're a veteran, and that service is free. We'll send it back to you guys inside.
What a nice gesture. All right, Shara, thank you. The Utah Hockey Club has a new team.
Separated.
Utahns are cheating the system, and it has the rest of us paying more.
KSL investigator Matt Gephardt has been investigating people who register their vehicle out of state and found some stunning numbers for what that is costing the rest of us. Matt?
That's right, Mike Dini. As we have been reporting, some Utahns are using a loophole to register their cars, their trucks, and their SUVs out of state, leaving them paying a whole lot less. It is against the law here in Utah, but it is extremely tough to enforce. And we've now learned it is not limited to just the vehicles that you see on our roads.
I actually was pulled over at one point with Montana plates.
You might remember Jace Watkins. Last year, Jace told me that he saved more than $8,000 simply by registering his 2 cars in Montana, even though he lives here in Utah and he drives those 2 vehicles here in Utah.
Montana actually does not have sales tax on vehicles.
Now we learn it is not only Utah drivers who are getting their plates in Montana. Utah boaters are doing it too.
I would say it's cheating.
Ty Hunter is with Utah's Division of Outdoor Recreation. They estimate that a whopping 1 out of every 10 boats owned by Utahns are actually registered outside the Beehive State. That means Utah is losing more than $500,000 per year in fees, about $1.6 million every year in property taxes, to say nothing of the tens of millions of dollars in sales taxes. Hunter says that some OHV owners are also getting Montana registrations.
That is using our great facilities, our roadways, our infrastructure, and not basically paying their way for that.
It is done very much the same way that car and truck owners do it. Utahns set up a shell company, an LLC in Montana, and then the boat, or OHV, becomes the property of that Montana LLC.
It looks legal. It saves a lot of money. But the problem we have is that they are not doing the right things and following our state law here, which requires the owners of vehicles, vessels, to register in the state of Utah while they're here. And then this is their primary residency.
It is legal in Montana, but it is against the law here in Utah. And boat owners who are caught doing this may find themselves up a creek without a paddle, or more accurately, up a creek without a boat, because their boat could be impounded.
Because it's taken and it won't be released until you pay your taxes at that point in time. And you have to go through the court.
Plus, Hunter says it's just wrong. Utahns registering their boats out of state deprive Utah of money used for many things, like maintaining ramps, docks, buoys, as well as public safety and search and rescue efforts.
It's going to be costing the true law abiders more money.
All the numbers that you saw in those stories, all those big numbers of what it's costing us, that came from a presentation that was recently made to Utah lawmakers on the issue. I asked Hunter if he'd like to see any law changes that would help maybe stop this type of fraud. He said he hopes Utahns will choose to do the right thing rather than being forced to do it. Guys.